Good morning. Welcome to Reggae for Water. Cape Town to Cairo by foot, 18,000 kilometers. Today is the 18th of April and it is Good Friday, so we are celebrating Easter. And all my thoughts are with my brother, my Lord, and my Savior, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christus, who's going to face the ordeal of his life. And every year, this is a very significant day to me. But I think it's going to be the best Good Friday in all my life. As every Good Friday, I've been trying to reach a certain perfection in my spirit and my works to bring it all into balance. And it seems like this year, 2014, I'm getting a chance to really have my spiritual, my business, my career, and my physical and personal life all in balance. I've already started walking from Cape Town and I've reached Botrivia or Bot River, or the traditional name is Guga, from the Khoisan days before the white man and before the Bantus came here, before the Xhosa people came as well. So I can say because I've started walking and the mission is on, a lot of things have really come into alignment. So I'm really enjoying a Good Friday. It is sad as usual. I always get depressed. And around 3 o'clock, the time that Christ passed away, I really feel it. And then the sad feeling will definitely stay until the Sunday morning when the resurrection comes, and then it'll be all magical again. So in the meantime, while we go up to the crucifixion and while we go down into the grave and while we descend down into the depths of hell to pay for the sins of mankind, um, we prepare for the resurrection for when we shall come out on the other side. And I will go down with the works that are in my mind, basically, and I'd like to wish you all a good Easter. Um, as you know, Cape Town to Cairo is a walk for water, and water has many aspects. So today I'll definitely just be looking at the living waters aspect of it, the spirit of Jah was moving on the waters, at the beginning of creation. And the Jah created a firmament between the waters, and one he called heaven, and the other one he called earth. So all the mysteries and mystics of water are what I'm taking with me from the Christian message, the Rastafari. Um, what can I say? I'd like to update you all on what's happening. I'm going to be taking about 90 days off to really bring the project up to scratch so that the objectives of what the project is about will be met. Uh, there are a lot of people who really just wonder whether I'm going to walk or not. And some people think I'm afraid of walking. I can assure you that I will walk, and I can assure you that I'm not afraid of walking. And I'm quite capable of walking. In fact, the walking is the easiest part of this project. It is the organizing and getting people on board and knowing what to do with society, with systems, with banks, and with people in general. That is the most challenging part of it. As we live in a world that's changing, that's being challenged, where confrontations are being stimulated because they're profitable to certain people. So we are swimming against the stream, and from the beginning, I've always ended up in situations where people are friendly and helpful to a certain level, and then you also meet a lot of hostility in terms of what we're trying to achieve. So it's not the walking that's the problem, and the organizing is not a problem either. It just takes longer time, you know. That's what I can say to you. Well, on this day, I'd like to send our greetings to Mama Ascali, my Rastafari mother, and the mother of many reggae artists out there. She's an auntie, she's a sister, she's a mother to many of us, both men and women. Sorry, in Rastafari we don't say men and women. It's a man and woman, brethren and sistren, you know. Yeah, that's just Rasta liberty. So all the people who know Mama Ascale, I'd like to let you know that I've been communicating with her about opening an account to centralize our activities as Rasta people, and that account should be held in should be opened in Addis Ababa, our capital and the capital of mankind on earth, Rastafari. And the whole idea is to centralize where the Reggae dollar is going to be stored, any of the money that is opened in the Reggae dollar account, which is for repatriation of elders, centralization of Rastafari as a whole. And the philosophical underpinning, the spiritual argument, the spiritual, how can we say, sometimes the words disappear, so just let them go, no matter. But there is one man who can stand up and defend the account, what the account stands for, and that is Mesfin Haile, who is living in Jamaica at the moment. But I see it fit to ask all Rastafari and ask Mesfin himself that it's about time that the I should move to Addis Ababa and be the custodian of the account that Mama Ascale is going to open together with Mama Ascale. And if there's other ones and ones who can join and be part of that for the centralization of our financial movements, it is time for I to take charge of the earth's financial movements, and because we're moving into righteousness now. So the folly and iniquity of Babylonian systems and all other usurpers, no matter which financial power they may be, whether they're America or whether they're China or whether they're England or whatever. Right now, finance is no longer going to be linked to unrighteousness. Finance will no longer be linked to pollution. Finance will no longer be linked to iniquity, slavery, racism, and all manners of dirty activity. Finance now is a holy activity, a clean activity, and the cleanliness of the finance shall be established in Mount Zion in Addis Ababa. And that's the account that I want to hold. And just go forth and do it. Have no fear, because the time for it has come and nobody can stop it. It doesn't matter who, whatever they say, what they think, who they might think their powers. The Spirit has decided, and that time has come. So all of you just stand firm and know that we are centralizing in Africa. Have no fear for atomic energy, like Bob Marley said. None of them can stop the time, and this is the time. Seen. So just go forth and do your works and stand firm. So that account must be held, and that's for the Reggae dollar, and that's to make sure that, for one, the singers and players of instruments, the musicians who've gone before, shall find a way to mobilize the people of the world to invest in the Reggae dollar, to jump out of the older currencies that they have now and come into the Reggae dollar. Of course, the money that's going into the account is money, our currencies that we already know, whether they're dollars or pounds or euros or beer or whatever. But the value that we put to them is what we call the Reggae dollar, and that value is the rain that falls, the wind that blows, solar energy, solar power, wind power, natural power, and planting trees, and love between the races, and peace between man and woman, that there shall no longer be war against man and woman, and that the original plan that Jah has made for man and woman to go forth and multiply shall continue. So it is for these things that I are putting together this account, and all the people who want to be part of this. Obviously now the light is shining, and this is like the ark, Noah's ark that we're building, that everybody come into this, because there shall be a heavy rain, and you don't want to be on the other side, for you shall surely drown and you shall surely burn. This is the Ark of the Covenant and the Ark of Noah all coming together. This is the Ark that I say financially everybody start to orient themselves towards these works. And then when that is set up, then Iman can really begin walking from Cape Town to Cairo, because that's the whole idea, that it has to be a firm and it has to be a Rasta, and it cannot be just one man's adventure as such. And I keep the focus all the time that it must be centralization, of Rastafari. That's what Cape to Cairo is. So greetings to all the brethren who have met I during the times. A very special greetings to family man Barrett, the bass player of the Wailers, who I had a chance to meet in Barcelona in, I think it was 2008 at the Apollo, and I was lucky enough to jam, not to jam, but to play after they played on that same stage. We did Exodus, yeah, and that was Movement of Jah People, which is really cool. But I remember that family man said about Cape to Cairo that he's very supportive of that, and he spoke about the brethren called Gabby from Jamaica, I think from Bull Bay, who would say all the time that if they get together or must do anything in Africa, it must be Cape to Cairo. So, and I give thanks for this day where certain things look like they're manifesting, and they truly are manifesting, and these things shall go forth. Now, out of family man comes a whole nation, and I are blessed to have the agreement to work with family man, with Aston Jr. and his wife Aliana, and greetings to the Empress Kitara. And I shall go forth and begin preparing the type of agreements of how we shall use the services of those musicians and all other musicians who come on board. And as far as I'm concerned, all of that is grouped together and known as Wailers, because the Wailers is everlasting Wailers. And all the teachings come through the Wailers. And I give thanks to Bunny Wailer, who's around, and send him the maximum respect as our elder within reggae, and he's the patriarch of reggae right now, the highest order of reggae music. And reggae music, we're not really going forward without really having the blessings of the Bunny Wailer, for this works to go ahead. And if things set up the way they're supposed to set up, with the type of respect that is due to the then the shall join us on the road to be part of this mission, which I would absolutely appreciate of. I commend our spirit into the hands of Jah right now, and really seek Jah guidance in making all this come forth and all this happen and manifest. So I say this as a prayer, obviously, to all singers and players of instruments who know that the government is upon their shoulders, to prepare to meet the king and to rally around in red, gold, and green. And this is what the trot is about, to stand firm. Now, if the eyes them stand firm with I, then obviously everybody else will come on board, and things shall work out the way they're supposed to work out. All the sponsorship, all financial help, and the spiritual help shall be there. All the angels of the Most High Jah shall be there with I, and things shall go forward. So I'm an manfidence, and I don't say confidence. I'm an manfidence is in the humility of the eyes who hear this message, because ones are very gifted, ones are eloquent and intelligent, and ones have done some serious research, and ones are worthy to be called sons of the Most High Jah Rastafari. I man send our greetings to you with heartical Rastafari love, in humility, and I remain humble in the faith of Rastafari, that the eyes them shall render their services unto this work, and that the eyes them shall see I as worthy enough of doing this job. That I put on a new garment this morning in this new dispensation to move forward and manifest the works of Jah Rastafari. So that's the blessing that Iman would really like to say. The word sound that Iman would like to share with the brethren them today.